Last name Bogues, first name Muggsy. Welcome to the tournament, my friend.
Thank you, Bogues.
If you can select the most awe-inspiring moment in the 20th and 21st century, which moments would you select as the most awe-inspiring moments? The floor is yours whenever you're ready to go, good sir.
Ah, gosh. I guess as I can it probably piggyback off of what said. And as I did my research, as I talked about looking at some of the guys in the NBA who kind of fit, you know, what I possibly may end up being. My father was only 5'7", my mom was 5 feet, my oldest brother was 5'5", and my sister was 5'1", so I knew I was going to be in that 5-foot range. But when I discovered a young man in my neighborhood, he kind of gave me that, you know, that maybe so, it's a possibility. And then discovering the Calvin Murphys and the Charlie Chris, you know, seeing those actually on that type of stage and that type of setting, it really started to, you know, doing a lot of things in my brain. You know, I start visualizing. I start really thinking that, man, can I really play this game with these guys? But I think what I went through as a kid, getting shot and having to overcome those buckshots, and then as you mentioned earlier, when I met my blessing, I will call him Mr. Leon Howard. It really fueled me, and it really started that journey for me that I didn't care about what anybody said.
Muggsy, if you could title a screenplay about the year 2025 any way you see it, what would you title it and why? The floor is yours whenever you're ready to go, good sir.
If I could title a screenplay, what would I title it? No Small Thing.
Yes.
No Small Thing. That will be the title of it. And that will be the journey of my life in terms of where I've come from, the little kid from the project to the golf of small ball.
Last name James, first name Mickie. Mickie, welcome to the tournament, my friend.
Of my face, even when I came on, I'm just like in awe. I can't. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
We'll start with Miss Mickie James. Please describe a moment or time in your life in which you took a stand for something that means a great deal to you.
Being abused as a child. And I think that was a very integral part of my life. And it was a defining part of my early life at 16 when I had to literally be on the stand and tell my story in front of and not just my story, myself and my sister's story. And I remember very clearly, like, all of the emotions and the fear and the judgment and the fear of being judged, not just, you know, in the courtroom that day as I'm telling my story and having to be so raw and honest to a group of strangers. But, you know, I grew up in a small town, so if it was in the newspapers, everybody knew whether the names were there or not, you know, so to be able to have to like walk the hallways after that and then just have that feeling of like everyone knows. I didn't make that stand because I was strong by any means or that I felt like, oh, by doing this, but I think that it was a life-changing moment because I was no longer allowing myself to be a victim, right? And it took an immense amount of courage and faith and even the courage to go on after that, to say that, you know, I'm still worthy of people's friendships or kindness or any of those things when you felt so unworthy in the first place.
Mickie James, the question I have for you is, looking back on your life, who or what makes you instantly light up?
I think the greatest gift that I didn't even plan or even see coming for me that really humbled me and it gave me new purpose and it gave me a real like sense of peace was my son. And you know, he's 9 now, obviously, so he's not a little baby, but just watching everything from the moment he's born to watch it like it's all brand new. It was like, give me that sense of innocence back that I didn't remember or couldn't even remember what that was like, of like to see things for the first time.
Last name Damon, first name Johnny. Johnny, welcome to the TKN Celebrity Tournament, my friend.
Avi, thank you very much. That was absolutely beautiful.
Johnny, if you could please describe a moment in your life, my friend, in which you broke free of a self-imposed limitation.
As I grew up with a really bad stuttering problem, I was able to somewhat get over it thanks to music because I saw the words, I listened to the words, And that was a really big thing because getting up to Major League Baseball and having to answer the reporters every single day, ask you, how come you stunk today? How come you struck out with the bases loaded? So I had to answer those questions pretty honestly because it was on video. It was there for the world to see. I would have to say winning the World Series in 2004 with the Boston Red Sox. I mean, this was something that went on for generation after generation, 86 years of heartache. And when I first got to the Red Sox, it was everybody expected us to lose. So you're going into a season from spring training to the regular season, and you are told that you have no chance to win. We're down 3-0 against the Yankees, and we absolutely have no chance at all. So you can say that it was gradual, but you can also say that it became instantaneous. Everybody was on us, from every sports program to every fan. We were considered done, and we had the guys in the clubhouse who looked at each other in the eyes and said, we're not ready to take our kids to school. We're not ready to go home. We're not ready to quit. We're not ready to back down. We wanted to step up and bring it. For us to come back and win against the Yankees in 2004 was just absolutely amazing. And guess what? The curse of the Bambino was still not gone, because we still had to get to the World Series. We still had to play the Cardinals, who everybody said could not be beat. But we actually caught a really hot streak. Weren't going to be happy unless we won. And what happened with this personal and professional breakthrough, we made so many people happy.
If you could choose to interview 3 historical figures, who would you choose and why? And if you could ask them each one question right before they die, what question would you ask them and why, good sir?
It's Babe Ruth. And I get asked this question all the time. What team do you prefer, the Red Sox or the Yankees? So I had to answer that in the best way possible. And I have to also read the room, because if I'm in New York, it's, I'm going to watch out, or they're going to jump me. If I'm in Boston, they might jump. Yeah, so I have to be very careful, but I think that's a very, it's an easy question. I also would like him to know that the impact his life brought to the game of baseball, and not just to America, but also to Japan. I mean, you can see the amazing baseball players who are coming out of Japan now. I know he and Lou Gehrig went back there years ago and did some great stuff, and baseball grew in Japan, and now there's some of the best players in the world. So Babe Ruth, which was your favorite team, the Red Sox or the Yankees?